All right, this last category is radian and degrees. So you guys already know what a degree is. It's a unit that you can use to measure the size of an angle. So how big that angle opens, you can use degrees to measure that. Radians is simply another unit that you can use to measure the size of an angle. And if that sounds confusing to you, this is a concept you guys already know. Like if I were to measure your height, I could measure your height in inches, in feet, in centimeters, in meters. All of those are different units that we can use to measure your height. So similarly, you can use radians or you can use degrees to measure the size of an angle. Okay, so we're going to learn how to convert from degrees to radians, just like you know how to convert. If I said 6 inches, then you know that's half a foot. If I said 12 inches, you know that's 1 foot. So you know how to convert from inches to feet. So now you're going to learn how to convert from degrees to radians. So let's start off with, let's just start off with showing you how to convert 6 inches into how many feet, okay? So the way you would do this is you start off with your 6 inches, and you know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So 1 foot for 12 inches. So the fraction that you're going to multiply it by is 1 over 12. And then this actually becomes 6 over 12, which becomes simplified to 1/2. So we know that it's 1/2 feet. So the way you convert between two units is you multiply it by some converting fraction. So that's what we're going to do here. The converting fraction for degrees to radians is pi radians over 180 degrees. So we're going to multiply everything by this special fraction. So write this fraction down. This is our special fraction. Just like 1 over 12 was a special fraction for inches to feet. Now we have degrees to radians, pi over 180. So I'm going to multiply 165 degrees by pi over 180. And so this becomes 165 pi over 180. Technically, this is already correct. However, we want to express our answer in the simplest form, so we must simplify this fraction as much as we can. So I don't know exactly the highest number that we can divide off of the top and bottom, but I do know that 5 fits into the top and bottom. So I'm going to divide this top by 5, and I'm also going to divide the bottom by 5 so that I can simplify this fraction. So just on my phone's calculator, 165 divided by 5 gives me 33. And then 180 divided by 5 gives me 36. Oh, and then there was a pi there, so don't forget the pi. I almost forgot it, but don't forget it. So 165 divided by 5 gives me 33. 180 divided by 5 gives me 36. We can simplify this further. From here, I can see that both the top and bottom can be divided by 3. So I'm going to divide by 3, divide by 3. 33 pi divided by 3 gives me 11 pi. And on the bottom, 36 divided by 3 should give me 12. And after that, I can see that this is as simplified as it gets. So this is my final answer. So my final answer is 11 pi over 12. 11 pi over 12. All right, I'm going to do a couple more examples with you guys. So I'm going to keep that little thing over there. The special fraction, I'm going to keep that because it's the same special fraction you're going to use in all of these problems. So same special fraction. Oh, just kidding. Earlier when I was looking at it, it only said degrees to radians. But now, look, we're converting the angle pi over 3 radians to degrees. So we're going the other way. So that's actually wonderful. We're going to write down radians to degrees. This has its own special fraction. Write this one down as well. Instead of multiplying by pi over 180, it's now 180 over pi. Pretty straightforward, right? It's just the flipped version. So how are you going to know between these two which one you're going to use to multiply by? You're going to know because you write it down in your notes, okay? Remember, every test is open notes in this class. So if you don't write it down, I don't know what to tell you. If you do write it down, then great. You have it down, you'll get it right. Okay, so if we are converting from pi over 3 radians to degrees, then I'm going to multiply pi over 3 by 180 over pi. And look what happens with this fraction. Pi cancels with pi. Wonderful. We are left with 180 over 3, which divides into 60. Literally 180 divided by 3 gives us 60. So your final answer is 60. Remember that when you see 180 over 3, that is literally a division problem. 180 divided by 3. That's what a fraction is. So once you divide it, you get 60. That is your final answer. Let's do some more examples. I'm going to leave both of our special fractions over there. Let's see. This time we are converting from radians to degrees. So I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to multiply 19 pi over 12, just take the thing they gave us, and multiply it by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel out. And then we get 19 times 180 over 12. I don't know what that is. That's okay. We're going to type it in the calculator. Okay. I guess I'll scroll it like that. 19 times 180 over 12. Literally just typing this in. 19 times 180 over 12. And it gives us 285. So that is your final answer. 285. And it's okay that 19 times 180 over 12 looks like that, and this one looks like that. Just 19 times 180 over 12 is fine. Okay, let's see if I can get another degrees to radians. This is radians to degrees. Oh, okay, fine. This is a different type of example, so I'll allow it. I'll do this one. We'll do more examples, okay? Don't worry. I still want another degree to radian example after this, so I'll look for it after. So we're using radians to degrees. That will be this special fraction. So we have 5.5 radians, 2 degrees. I'm just going to multiply it by 180 over pi. There's no pi's to cancel. That's okay. You're just going to type that into the calculator. Oops, there we go. Just type it into the calculator. 5.5 times 180 over pi. 5.5 times 180 over pi. We're rounding it to the nearest tenth. So it's 315.1. That 2 is a small number, so the 1 stays as a 1. We get 315.1. Next problem. We want to convert from degrees to radians. Yay! So I get to use this one and one more example. So that's perfect for our last example. Okay, let me annotate. Erase. Okay, so this is our last example. It says convert from degrees to radians. So we are using this special fraction. And since the other one's kind of in the way, I'm going to erase it. You should have already written it down anyways. So we're going to take your 510, multiply it by pi over 180. And then this gives us 510 pi over 180. That's 180. There we go. I'm going to erase this because it's in my way. You should have already written it down anyways. Okay. And from here, we just need to simplify. So I can see that both the top and bottom are divisible by 10. So I'm going to divide by 10. Divide by 10. That's going to give us 51 pi over 18. Now I can see that both of these are divisible by 3. And so when I do 51 pi divided by 3, I get 51 divided by 3 is 17. So 17 pi over 18 divided by 3 is 6. So this doesn't look any more simplifiable. 17 pi over 6 is your final answer. 17 pi over 6. All right, so that is it for this category. We've done 5 examples. Hopefully that was enough. If not, ask the substitute or use paper, the tutoring service, okay? Even though you're in class right now, what better time to use paper than when your teacher's not here? So just go ahead and try your problems on your own. If you finish ahead of time, that's great. If you don't, ask for help. All right, I'll see you soon.